Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Debate Zone episode 6.
Yep.
We're doing a more chill video today. It's gonna
Very
be a lot
chill.
more just recap predictions for next week, kind of talk about the topics, big things that we think are gonna happen in the 2 weeks. We're gonna do both sports. We're gonna battle of the footballs. We're gonna have obviously America's football, the NFL, and then the world's football, everyone else. The Prem. We're covering the Prem. So we'll talk about the Prem. We're going to divide this video into 2 parts. So the beginning we'll do Premier League, and then the second half of the video we'll do NFL. So if you like both, please watch all. And if you like one of the other 2 sports and you're here from whether it's YouTube Shorts or an item or the name of the video caught your eye, you're more than welcome to just watch which part you enjoy. But the whole point of this channel is to give a bunch of sports a chance. So maybe open your mind and see what you like. But how you doing today, Brayden?
It's going.
Living the dream.
As good as you can when your football team loses today, but
True.
But
yeah.
I am feeling better because United scored 10 goals in the last 2 games, so that's also boosting me up.
Shit, I might have a hat trick against Burnley. Holy God.
Hey,
that was
0-0 against Atlanta. At Atlanta, that's kind of
who
you today in the Champions League.
Yeah, but who cares? We're not even trying. we got 50 matches. We're not even worried. We're going for that Premier League title.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, dude, it's not like we could use all our starters today anyway. We have City on the weekend.
Yeah.
Can we risking injuries? 0-0 pissed me off. Yeah, I was hoping we could go this whole pod without talking about that.
No, we're gonna talk about it at least for a little bit.
Look, right. Man, we have the best defense I've ever seen in my life. We need to have a talk about Arsenal's offensive woes, though. We can't put the ball in the net.
Yeah,
it's becoming concerning. We have the opposite problem, and I'm not even trying to flame because I mean this in a compliment. We have the opposite problem of United.
Yeah.
Arsenal will not let goals in, but we barely are scoring.
Yeah.
We have 6 goals in the league right now.
I mean, technically, United only has 5 goals in the league, I think. Because we got shut out back-to-back games, or 1 game.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I might be out of my ass here. 5 goals for, 5 against. So
also, I was kidding when I said that we weren't starting our big boys. We were starting a lot of our big boys, but we are missing Odegaard. So, are you with a wall?
Apparently, that's a longer injury than it's expected to be.
Yeah, we're not beating City. Anyway, gonna go to the Prem weeks
from last weekend.
From last week, so we're just gonna pull up Sleeper.
As everyone knows, we're filming this Thursday night at about 8:45 p.m.
Our time.
The Patriots and Jets game finished. So when we do get to the NFL, we're gonna say what we had as pick'ems before.
But we know the score.
Obviously,
you guys seeing this, we'll see it on Sunday.
Yeah. But just to clarify, this is Thursday at 8:45 PST. So all of these are before the Premier League games, but after one NFL game.
Yeah. So we always try to film, balance our schedules. Somewhere between Wednesday and Friday is where we normally aim to film the pod.
Sometimes a Saturday, but it's
sometimes if it reaches to a Saturday, but we just try to do what we can. We're not at the full-time content creators yet, guys.
Nope.
So we got bills to pay.
We can be with your guys' help though.
That is true. There'll be I can promise you we will release multiple episodes a week if we went full time. We give each sport its rightful spot. But for right now, let's get into it. First game of the week, I'm gonna let Brayden. Obviously, we do this. We let our we rant when it's bad. We rave when it's good. I'll let you completely talk about this Man United Southampton.
Boy, was it a good game! It was a great result. We needed something big like that after getting blown out 3-0 to Liverpool before the international break. I mean, like I said at the top of the video, 10 goals in 2 games, including the Barnsley game from yesterday. We're looking good. Our scoring again, Barnsley and Southampton, so pretty crap teams that we're scoring against.
You're handling business.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing what's expected.
We're doing what we're expecting. We're beating the teams handily that we should be beating handily.
Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking like what United's meant to be.
Yeah, Rashford's got 2 goals in 2 games now, which is good. Got to get his confidence up.
I don't know what
Anthony got a goal. That's
Do you want to know a crazy fact about Anthony?
That was a PK, but
Guess who has more goals against Barnsley than Messi?
Anthony.
Yeah. Think about that stat.
You want
That's
to know?
crazy.
You want to know who has the same amount of goals as Anthony does in his entire Premier League career?
Who?
Gabriel.
Hoyland?
Gabriel has 5 goals. Anthony has 5 goals.
My center back?
Yeah.
My center back! Okay, hold on. We're going to go back to you. I just need to say something.
Yeah.
Chat, you need to roast our friend Desmond. This guy had the audacity to say that 3 Tottenham players would make it into the Arsenal back line. I had to convince him of Saliba. And he argued, oh my god, why am I blanking his name? Agobi? Is that?
No, he was. Wasn't he?
Adobe, we both said left back.
He was
We said
arguing
left back's him.
Romero. He was arguing
Romero over Ben White, and then I said I'll give you one of the two between Gabriel and Ben White. One of them can come out for yours. He argued Van der Ven and Romero, whatever. Or
Yeah.
What did you say?
Romero.
Anyway, guess who scored the only goal of the game? My center back, Gabriel. More on that later. Sorry, Brayden. Back to my name.
No, you're good. But
Just had to make fun of the Spurs. Desmond, I know you're watching. Drop that like, buddy.
But yeah, back to the United. I mean, 3-0. Rashford scored. I think Garnacho scored twice, if I remember right. Let me go back.
You're right.
Garnacho.
So.
I need Garnacho to be good. Oh no, Delete scored one. Never mind.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and then Garnacho scored in the 97th minute. He didn't miss the sitter this time. But I mean, 3-0 against Southampton. It was the result we expected. But it's a good result for a United team that looks all over the place right now. And hopefully we're on the up.
Hopefully you can go another week without saying Ten Hog out.
Exactly. And we're playing... Who are we playing this
Crystal
week?
Palace.
Crystal Palace. We need to continue the goals against them.
Yeah, you do. You have to win that game. For sure.
I think it goes without saying. We both had United winning that game. We both got our pick.
We both went 7 and 3 pick'ems
Yeah.
too. I'm pretty sure we had the exact same wins losses too. Just like obviously I had West Ham winning and you had Fulham winning later, but
yeah.
Yeah, not much to say about that game. Good win for Man United.
Yep.
Ten Hag saves his job because he was 100% getting fired if he dropped points.
Yep. To Southampton, 100%.
And you're continuing the run, which is for top 4, right? That's what Man United's goal needs to be, is just solidifying yourselves as one of the 4 best teams in the Prem.
We need to.
And as much as we'll get to it, a shocking result for a team we both had in our top 4 this week with Liverpool.
Yeah. Do you want to do that one next?
Yeah, sure, we can go to Liverpool.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So yeah, Liverpool with the loss of the week, losing 1-0 to Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham's a top 4 team apparently.
Yeah, they have 6 points somehow. But yeah, Nottingham, them losing this game, them getting shut out was even crazier.
8 points, don't they?
Oh yeah, they have 2 wins and 2 ties, don't they?
Yeah, they're 8 points.
Yeah,
I literally think they're 4th in the table right now.
I think they are. That's just insane if you think about it for a team we had relegating.
No, they're 7th. They're 7th after the Sunday games.
We look dumb. We look dumb. But yeah, the huge result over Liverpool. It was in Nottingham, which is big for them.
Still, it's Liverpool.
But that's a crazy result, especially shutting them out. Liverpool obviously handled Man United. I think they got a little cocky, having let in no goals in 4 games.
Yep.
Or 3 games, and then they walked in and got owned. The sad news is this just made it 95% chance City win the title.
Yeah.
My video tomorrow that's coming out is actually on if the Premier League's even competitive anymore.
No.
That's actually the topic I did.
Well, it will be next year, not this year.
It will be next year as long as they. But you guys should. I'll put in the related videos to that one because that will be out. So hopefully you guys have seen that. But yeah, that's a big title blow chance for Liverpool. I know it's early into the season, but we're talking about the Prem needs about 100 points now to win.
Yeah.
And dropping 3 to Nottingham is just not. It just puts more pressure on Liverpool to be perfect, which is something that they really.
They can't afford.
I thought they would be perfect, honestly, 4 weeks in. Yeah. I didn't think they were going to lose to Nottingham. So that's a big loss for Liverpool. I hope and don't hope they bounce back because I'd rather City. I'd rather. I mean, yeah, you're a United fan. You have to hate Liverpool. But like, as somebody who would really, really, really not want to see City win 7 out of 8 titles, I hope Liverpool makes it interesting. Yeah. But at the same time, as somebody who wants to continue this at the very least being the consensus second best team in England. Yeah. Liverpool losing is never going to be bad for Arsenal.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I take that. But we will move on to Brighton Ipswich. I'm calling them that till the end of the time.
I mean, hey, they tied Brighton. That's
They tied
fucking hell
Brighton
of a
0-0.
result.
I mean, this was just disgusting.
I mean,
don't know what to say about
so
this.
obviously these two games we got wrong. We expected Brighton to win this game. We expected Liverpool to win the game against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, that
So,
one. Only 3% of people on Pick'ems took a tie, by the way.
That's
on our
actually
sleepers.
insane.
Yeah, only 3% of people took a tie. I never saw a tie coming, guys. I'm very big on Brighton. Obviously, they're cheaters who stole a point from us. But even they looked good. They played really well into Man United. They played really well into us.
Yep.
And you know what? Red card or not, they took advantage of that and they scored and tied.
Yep.
And Arsenal looked like the second best team in the league. So taking a point off of us, beating Man United, like these are not joke wins. These are things to take serious.
But then to go tie Ipswich, and it's
tying Ipswich is kind of why we had Brighton in that 8 to 10 range.
Yeah.
Right, it was just one of those things where it's like they're gonna lose games that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's why these mid-table teams are mid-table. Yeah. They just can't put up 90 points like the other ones can.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then moving on, Crystal Palace Leicester. I didn't watch any minutes of this game. I literally just clicked tie and didn't watch. So we're not gonna pretend. We are not gonna lie to you guys. As we know in the YouTube shorts, Jacob does not know ball. You guys have been delusional about Neymar. I don't want to ever hear Neymar's greater than Francesco Totti again. However, I will admit putting him at 10 for the all-time people to wear number 10 might have been a little disrespectful. Though at the time when I did it, I thought it was when they were wearing number 10. And obviously he didn't wear number 10 in Barca.
Yeah.
So I thought Barca years didn't count. Which is why I put him at 10th. But that was a little.
I mean, to be fair, he was number 3 on that team. Like he was the third best player on that team.
He was the third best player, man. And like we're also acting like. Hold on, I know we're going off topic, but this is a rant. This is why we gave no topic for today's video. Yeah. But like, okay, I'm sorry. This is inarguably going ahead of Neymar. There's no debate. Messi's better, Pele's better, Maradona's better, Zidane's better, and Modric is better. There's literally no debate. Those 5 are locked.
Yeah.
And then it was like. They started naming off more people, and it's like, no. He's not better than Totti. He's not better than Baggio. I always pronounce his name Baggio. Baggio. Like, he's not better than him.
No.
So, like, yeah, I should have put him at 8th. In hindsight, I should have put him at 8th. But, like, we're acting like I put Messi at 10. Which is, yeah, but then people are yelling at me for putting Messi at 1. So it's like, there's no way. Messi's number 1, guys. Anyway, back to my thing.
So, yeah, the Crystal Palace
YouTube shorts.
Crystal Palace and Leicester, we both set a tie. We both didn't watch it. Both set a tie.
Didn't watch a minute of it. Didn't even watch the highlights. West Ham, Fulham. This was funny. You took Fulham and I took West Ham, and they tied.
Yep.
And that's the fun part about football is that you can tie sometimes.
That's what makes pick'em so much harder in football.
It's not a coin flip.
English football.
It's so difficult that way. But again, I did watch a little bit of this game. West Ham didn't play well. I didn't like how West Ham played this game. It was
Fulham's blown points.
Felt like Fulham had more reason to try to get 3 points than West Ham, but it wasn't like one of those games where like they just threw. Manchester City, Brentford, nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Haaland's inevitable, 9 goals in 4 games. He is the most efficient striker I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
I don't think it's I'm not saying he's the most talented player to play striker. I will still die on the hill of Thierry Henry. I think Thierry Henry is the greatest striker in all time.
Yeah.
Definitely in the Prem.
Prem, yes, but not all time.
Sorry, I should have said for Prem, he is for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's better players all time. But for me, I've never seen something like Haaland.
I mean, 9 goals in 4 games is literally just insane.
The dude needs to dress up as Thanos because he is inevitable.
He's collecting all those goals like the Infinity Stones.
It's kind of funny that he can't score against top clubs. Like, he just doesn't score against top 6 clubs.
We'll see this weekend.
He'll score against us.
Probably. Well, you're not on top of him.
Dude. Okay, like that's just awful banter. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Top team in club in Europe? No. England, yes. Fuck you, Atlanta. But I do think I think it's almost irony and like poetic that we haven't got scored on in 11 on 11 yet. Yeah. Right? Our 1 goal this year conceded was 10-11.
Yeah.
I do think it's almost poetic that Haaland will be the person to score on us.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
I mean, like, I will say Saliba owns him. Like, if you've watched Arsenal versus Man City, like, the main reason we took 4 points off them last year was because Saliba put Haaland in his pocket.
True.
Because Haaland has that, like, physical dominance about him, and Saliba is, like, one of the only center backs with, like, Virgil who don't get pushed around by Haaland.
Yeah.
So, I will say I don't think Saliba will get scored on. I think it'll be Gabriel, but... Anyway, we're going to continue on so we're not talking Japanesing too much here.
Villa, Everton, because we already talked about the Liverpool.
Villa, Everton, I mean, I think we all took Villa.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Wasn't that
Good
another...
That
was another comeback win, I think, for Villa again.
It was. They were down 2-0 and won.
Right, yeah. Oh, right, that was...
Good evening. Everton, enjoy your $900 million stadium in the championship. I was so wrong about not putting you guys down. You're getting demoted. I'm sorry. This is ugly fucking footy. You're a disgrace to the game. I don't know what I know this channel's all about positivity, but you're a disgrace. You've had two goal leads. You've blown both of them.
Yeah.
You don't even look like you want to be there. This was a team that was like the consensus 7th best team in the league.
Yep.
For like
years.
The Ross Barkley era, it was a consensus one of the best. Like they would be the best that weren't the best.
Yeah.
You've just gotten worse. You're frauds. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This game. I mean, everyone knows I put them third. I'm a huge Aston Villa fan. I think they're freaking insane. Yeah. They should not have won that game. They had no right to come back from that game.
Nope.
Good evening is still the 2nd best manager in the Prem.
Yeah.
And he deserves his respect. Chelsea, I mean, you beat Bournemouth. Congratulations.
Honestly, I had this as a tie up until just the night before, and I changed it to Chelsea. I'm glad I did.
That was a good one. They came through and won.
Yep.
Newcastle beat Wolves. There's not really much to say about that.
Again,
Newcastle has 10 points. They're tied with Arsenal.
Again, Wolves were up 1-0 until the 60th minute, I believe, 60th minute, and Newcastle scored 2 goals, which is good because we both picked Newcastle to win.
Yeah, that was big for us. We were watching the North London derby with our friend Desmond, and we were pissed that Wolves were winning. I mean, we were a little bit happy because we want Newcastle to suck, but our pick'ems were also in jeopardy.
Wolves haven't won a game yet this year.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Thank God we stopped that league of playing FIFA with Desmond because we'll do something. We'll think of something. But that was rough.
And now,
anyway,
you're gonna take over.
Oh yeah, we're gonna clip this. Okay. First off, I don't even need to say it. London's red. North London's red. I don't even want to hammer you guys too much because taking care of mid-table teams is what we're supposed to do. You guys are not a top 6 team. I was wrong to put you there. I don't even know if I did. I think I had you 7th. I think that was 7th or 6th. That might have been 6th. That might have been too respectful. You are incredible defensively. You have a very good midfield, and you have no talent offensively. There was no opportunity to score except one, which was like more of our boo-boo than you guys doing well. It was a yawn fest game. If we had Rice and Odegaard, it would have been probably 3-0. I'll cope harder. Yeah. Set pieces are you guys' kryptonite. But all jokes aside, flaming Tottenham fans over. I really am sorry. I mean, I know we'll get to it, but I did pick you guys to tie because I'm really down on the Spurs right now, and I'm a hater. I'm trying to let my friends catch up on pick'ems.
You're only 2 ahead of us, or me.
I'm like 2 ahead of you, but like, come on, you gotta take Tottenham.
4 ahead of
but
Desmond.
Think how like smart I'm gonna look if Tottenham do tie.
I mean,
looks like genius.
I don't even know who I might have picked them to tie, honestly.
But no, they're playing like Brentford. Pretty sure you took them to win. Yeah. Listen, Ange is not as good of a manager as people are saying.
No.
He's just not. His game doesn't work. Like, Desmond made this argument. I'm sorry, this is the Flame Desmond episode. I'm going to have to tell him this at work tomorrow. But he told me that the reason the right back and left back, he puts them in the team is because they do more than just defend.
Yeah.
Do they?
Do they even defend? Do they even defend?
You don't score.
Yeah.
This team, it's like, Ange Ball is playing up and having a high line, and you don't score. You have one threat who's out of form in Son.
Yeah.
I think Solanke has a chance to be solid.
He just hasn't done anything yet.
It's just, I don't know where Spurs go. I don't. You're not going to get better. Your team has no youth. You're not playing your youth.
Like, at what point I know they just spent the money on Solanke, but like, at what point do they invest in a different striker again, or a different
I don't
winger,
know.
or a different winger?
I don't know. I
Like,
don't know what you do. I think you.
do they move on from Son?
I think no. I think you just run Son out. I think you need some type of identity in your club, and I think Spurs fans would have no one to root for if they lost Son. I think Son will
True.
retire a Spur.
I would assume so. Yeah, but
But I
like,
will say, like, I don't know what optimism you guys have, and I understand as an Arsenal fan, it's like kicking you guys when you're in the ground. But that was a game that you had. If you want to pretend, or not pretend, that's disrespectful. If you want to claim you're a top sixth club,
yeah,
you need to beat Arsenal when we're weak and you're at home.
yeah,
It's not gonna get easier when you come to Arsenal, when you come to the Emirates,
yeah.
and we have our full team, and our signings who haven't played yet are playing. If you can't score against us when Trossard is playing mid, what are you gonna do when Rice is there?
Yeah.
As for Arsenal, because I'm going to talk about positives, because we're about positivity in this channel.
Except when you're
I'm
talking
really
about
happy.
Spurs.
We did what we had to do.
Yeah.
That was a win we had to win if we want to pretend like we're title contenders, which I do think everyone except City are pretending they're title contenders.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, it's disgusting to think that if we beat City tomorrow, we're 1 point ahead of them, or this week, we're 1 point ahead.
Only one. I know.
And that's if we beat them at the Etihad.
Yeah.
And if we lose, we're 5 points behind and the season's over. So we need to realize that City's inevitable. We need to realize that they are on pace right now. I know it's 4 games in, but to beat the Centurion score.
Yep.
If Arsenal don't beat them, I don't see a loss coming for a while. I do
mean,
think they'll lose to
honestly,
Villa.
At this rate, like, they could be
The next invincible. I don't think
not,
they'll be invincible.
not even
I think the Prem's too hard.
invincible at this point. Like, they could just not drop points. That'd be. I know
Okay,
that's insane.
Okay,
but
no,
like,
that's insane.
I mean,
okay.
the
They're
pace
gonna
that
drop points.
the pace that they're on right now, they're not going to.
Okay, they're gonna drop points. Like they just will. They have barely been tested. Like they played
true.
Chelsea. Like they're like I do think Invincibles is on. The only reason I think it won't be is just I think the Prem has too many solid teams now.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you think about it, when Arsenal went Invincible, there was like 5 teams. We won like 10 games. Like we had 10 hard games.
Yeah.
Also, and I love the Invincibles. They're my favorite team of all time. We tied a lot. I think we had 12 ties if I remember.
Literally,
correctly.
you almost had as many ties as you did wins.
I don't think that. I think we had 26 wins and 12 ties if I remember.
26? Right. I didn't think it was that many.
Well, we won the Prem.
Yeah, I know, but like I guess, yeah.
We still won. Yeah,
I thought it was like 18 and like 15 or something.
I'm gonna get roasted so hard for this that I don't like.
I could be completely wrong though. To be fair, I'm assuming I would.
Arsenal went 26 and 12.
Okay, yeah.
We won the title by 11 points. I thought so, but I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get roasted if I am wrong.
But also,
god,
like,
still knows a bit of ball.
Also, I guess the question is like if the charges come down because the hearing has started, and it's looking from what reports I've heard, it looks like the Premier or other teams are calling for at least double relegation.
Right.
Like, at what point do the players just give up? Like, do they give up when those charges come out, or do you think they play for one more win in a tainted season? In a tainted season.
I think.
Or do they all
still play it out?
Or do they all request for a transfer and get out before they get relegated? Like, I know they're going to leave in the summer no matter what, but like that's going to be a thing. But like, they're either going to leave in the summer or January, maybe, because no one's going to want to play in League One or Championship if you're on the City.
Probably, like, they'll probably just mass sell their players for money.
I would assume so, and try and build themselves up. But then again, they don't have any players that are willing to play, probably. So, or a coach who's willing to coach them.
Yeah, I think it would just be the end of the club. Like, I mean, if they get relegated to like the 4th league, I mean, it's just done.
No one's gonna want to play for them. Like, they'd probably get all their titles stripped too. So it's like,
yeah, I think it's just doomed, honestly. Also, just real quick here, because we pre-ordered FIFA.
Is it live?
FA.
Oh yeah, it's live now.
It's not.
No?
I can't play it. It's still saying just coming September And I bought the big edition. I just looked at my thing to make sure.
I don't want to open it because it's gonna block my whatever.
Okay, we'll figure it out later. It's all good. It's fine. I
All
was
right,
just saying.
we'll move on to pick'ems for next week.
I agree. But yeah, really, yeah.
Or
just,
this weekend,
overall.
I guess technically.
Yeah, well, you guys would have already seen a lot of these results.
Yeah, when you're watching this, all the games will have been played.
But hopefully, you guys are laughing right now at our picks.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll start with Chelsea West Ham.
I got a tie.
I have a tie.
I had Chelsea winning, but then I just switched it. I literally just switched it like just before
I just
this.
have this feeling that Chelsea won't continue the run that they're on.
I don't think so.
They're doomed to tie something. Though it is at Stamford Bridge, but
I think West Ham's also due for a game that they actually play well in.
I agree.
Oh, there it is. Game's ready to play. EA Sports FC.
Wait, you can click it play?
I mean, I just got a notification saying it's ready to play, so.
Oh, what the heck? Mine isn't.
I pre-installed it, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Are you sure you bought the Ultimate Edition?
Yeah, it charged. Does yours not show Jude Bellingham as your picture? Dude, did I get screwed?
No, it doesn't say I can play. Oh, it says redeem Ultimate Edition content.
Where's that?
Literally right next to the play button.
Dude, mine doesn't say that.
Yeah,
what?
Now I can play.
Wait, Brayden, I got screwed.
I mean, it could just be taking a little bit for you to get yours because it took me 8 minutes to get that notification saying it's ready to play.
Something's up, bro.
Sorry, guys. FC 25 just came out, so we're kind of just.
I downloaded it.
Maybe uninstall, re-download.
Oh, that's odd. Okay, we'll just continue. I'll edit this out.
Yeah, so we got West Ham and Chelsea tied. I think West Ham's gonna have a bounce back game from this season at least. Chelsea.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. Next game, Aston Villa Wolves. I got Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
I think at this rate, it's kind of an obvious game there. Next one is Leicester Everton. Battle of crap.
Yeah,
I think Leicester's gonna win.
Yeah, I have Leicester and Everton tying. I just feel like it's time for Everton to get a point.
I have Leicester winning. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna win a game or get a point. I think it's gonna be a long time until they do. You know, probably when they play United, they'll get a point. Next one is Liverpool Bournemouth. I mean, I think Liverpool's gonna win that one.
Yeah, I do too.
That's Bournemouth. I mean, did okay against Chelsea, but Liverpool's gonna bounce back from their loss against Nottingham.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will too.
Newcastle Fulham.
That will be good.
Newcastle Fulham. I got Newcastle.
Yeah, I have Newcastle as well, unfortunately for Fulham fans.
Yeah, Newcastle's just the overall better team right now. I could see a tie. Part of me might kind of wants to switch to a tie, but meh. I'll ride it out with Newcastle.
Meh.
And then
Meh.
Battle of Shithampton and Ipswich.
Ipswich.
I got a tie for these shitters. I think it's gonna be a 0-0 game, honestly.
Yeah,
it's either gonna be 0-0 or 3-3. There's no in between with these two clubs, especially with Ramsdale and Southampton now.
Sorry, Rammy. Sorry about that, buddy. You don't deserve that, King.
Tottenham Brentford. I got Tottenham. I mean, I know you got a tie.
I have a tie. I just feel like Brentford's been playing well and Tottenham's been playing bad, and this is maybe just a chance for me to try to ego to first.
Fair.
But
I mean, I think Tottenham. They've done well against crap teams. I think it's completely
fair to say Tottenham is the team to beat. So,
I mean, I think Tottenham's I mean, they played well against a crap team in Crystal Palace before. I mean, Brentford's not a crap team, I guess, this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. Man, I have Man United beating Crystal Palace.
So do I. Again, we need to continue the goals. Whatever I want to say.
Cool. Anyway, but yeah, Brighton I beating Nottingham.
I do too.
And I have Arsenal beating City because I'm a Delulu fan who wants to end. Guys, pick City. Odegaard's not playing. It's at the Etihad.
I have City.
Well, what?
I have City. Yeah, I have City winning the game. Sorry, my girlfriend's messing with the lights.
Scared the shit out of me. Thought we had a ghost in the chat.
No, yeah. I mean, I got City winning. I think even you said City's the smart pick here.
It's 100%. This is my heart, man. This is just my heart betting.
I'm considering doing a tie because I could see a tie. I think
if we had Odegaard, we had a shot.
Obviously, winning is the best bet for you, but I think the most realistic bet, I think the most realistic, best possible outcome for Arsenal is a tie from in the Etihad without Odegaard.
Yeah, I mean we tied them last year in the Etihad.
But you also had Odegaard playing.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem with that was that we were playing for the tie.
Yeah.
We scored early and then they scored late, and you could tell Arsenal just played defensively and we're playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
Yeah.
Which
that's
is something
that's the worst thing to do in the Prem is to play not to lose.
It's the worst thing to do in the Prem. I know you guys aren't really big hockey fans, but we watch the Canucks obviously, and the Canucks against the Oilers in game 5 or 4, whichever.
Every game.
There was a game we lost where there was like a minute left. We pulled our goalie and Besser scored, and then we played not to lose and to go to overtime, and then like 30 seconds later, Nurse scored and they won.
Yeah.
If we won that game, we won in 6.
Yeah.
So there's that kind of thing where I think playing to not lose means you're playing scared.
Yeah, 100%.
And I do think Arsenal match up okay into City only because I truly believe Mikel Arteta is the closest we have to Pep, not in talent, but if you watch, because he learned managerial skills from Pep, right, being the assistant manager, you can almost see the way that they see the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Pep doesn't normally expose Arsenal. Like in terms of a schematic, he's a better manager. I'm not arguing Mikel's better, but it's normally just the talent on City beats the talent on Arsenal. Last year, we beat them at home, which is insane if you think we took 4 points off of them and tied and lost the league. But I'm gonna go with a win because my heart needs them to win or the league's over. And I think as much as everybody likes to meme Arsenal, having the league over 5 weeks in is lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if Arsenal don't at least tie, the league's over.
For sure.
We will not come back 5 points from them. Liverpool maybe could come back 3 points from them, right? But if Liverpool win and we tie and we beat them, like all of a sudden it's 2 of us are ahead. Like you know what I mean? Like anything can happen 100%. All of a sudden. Which makes I think the league so much cooler, so much healthier.
Oh, when there's actually teams competing instead of just one team running away with it. It's just
right. It's just so boring.
It brings out just enjoyment watching the league because like
games matter again,
exactly.
Man. Like the competition for 4th would be so lame this year too, just because like I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like Arsenal and Liverpool are getting top 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you have 6 teams competing for 1 spot.
Yeah.
Which sounds cool, but it's not.
No.
Whereabouts if it was like everyone was awful and City were great, like maybe you could make an argument the top 4 could be really cool.
Yeah.
But like also like Arsenal already had one of their 2 biggest matches, like the North London derbies already happened once, so it's like we don't even have double derbies to look forward. But that will be the Prem recaps and results. Brayden and I went 7-3, man. Had a pretty good week. We're playing really good, dude. Like I have 27 points, you have 25 points. You know, there's 10 matches each. So if you think about it, like you've gone 25 out of 40 right.
Yeah, 25
I've gone
40,
27. Yeah. I've gone 27 out of 40 right. For the fact that there's 3 possibilities in each game. I mean, we gotta tip it.
I mean, honestly, again, it's like
it's not easy, man.
When I woke up on Saturday and I saw the scores and I saw
Sunday,
on Saturday and I saw 3 like wrong things on my sleeper.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in for a horrible week.
Bro, it
with
ruins the mood.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Pick'ems, man. It breaks my soul. I start hating teams that have no right to be hated. Like I'm just like, well, fucking
Oh, but we'll get to football, and that's oh my
yeah.
fucking
But
god.
guys, that's the Prem done. Thank you. As always, I'm just gonna quickly say something. I've been having so much fun in the YouTube shorts being told I suck at football and have no ball knowledge. Guys, I don't take offense to that stuff. I love talking. Yeah, I'll like all your comments and tell you thanks. If you're delusionally dickheadish, like saying actual hate, not just this guy doesn't know stuff, but like
Banned.
actual hate, I won't respond. But
Yeah.
dude, it's fun. We live in Canada, man. This is not our main sport. But we
Honestly,
love it.
we don't even know what our fucking main sport is here.
It's
sure
hockey.
I mean, for us, sure as hell not hockey. For the two of
Yeah.
us.
It's like we just have such different tastes that our love for football, this sport, kind of is the closest out of
Yeah.
like 1 to 10 scale. I'd say we're both like 8 out of 10 football fans.
I would say my highest is baseball.
It's baseball. Yeah, that's still Lulu.
9 out of 10.
That's
probably.
still yeah. And then for me, it's NFL.
Yeah.
I love the.
I would say
love
NFL is like a 7 for me.
Oh, I thought you meant 7th favorite sport. For a second,
No,
I forgot
no,
we
no,
did the
no,
sports
no.
thing. I was like, no shot.
No,
Like,
like, it's
yeah,
probably my 3rd favorite sport. So
that's fair. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the Prem. We're gonna move on to the NFL now. Hope you stick around. But here we go. So
on to the Thursday game.
week 2 of this was Buffalo, Miami, and I feel like this is
my
going to be one
God.
of like the only. I mean, there's a lot of games to recap.
I mean,
here.
this
could be
is
a
the
longer
game
video than I thought.
This is the actual game that I fully watched. I was red zone for all of Sunday, pretty much.
Yeah.
But this game I actually fully watched. What a.
I mean,
you if
prayers
you're
up for Tua.
if you're a Miami fan, you're on suicide watch right now.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just grateful that I'm gonna call in the debate zone bylaws. And I get to change my pick to Buffalo because QB injury is
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. What do you mean?
No.
The fuck? I was supposed to predict this? I should have predicted this with Tua.
I mean,
actually,
you could. you could say the same thing about Green Bay not making a playoff spot then too. I mean, there's still a chance
no,
for
I'm
you to
sticking
make
with
the
no.
playoffs.
I'm sticking with that because Jordan Love's like 4 weeks. You don't get to say that with 4 weeks.
I mean,
Tua's missing 10 minimum.
No, they've apparently it's only 4 minimum right now.
No, they're not bringing him back. He will die on the field. Like I'm telling you, he will not play. They'll be out of the playoffs in 4 weeks anyway.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like 2 and 4. It won't matter.
Well, because they don't They don't play an easy team this next coming week anyway.
You do not play Tua this year. Like if you do, it's like week 12 and somehow Huntley has kept you in it.
It's Skylar Thompson.
Or Skylar Thompson, sorry. It's not even Huntley. Oh my god, Skylar Thompson.
They did pick up Tyler Huntley, but I think Skylar Thompson's going to be the starter between the two.
Okay, well, Skylar played well in the playoffs when Tua was injured. But obviously prayers up for Tua. I was going to make a recap video about how delusionally bad he is. I actually called it Tua turned the ball over.
It was actually already recorded too, and then the injury happened. I had the
first half recorded about how bad he is, and then he threw the pick.
The third one.
He threw the pick 6 in the third, and I was humping my chair, saying, "This is what Buffalo's doing to Tua."
And then he proceeds to not slide when he's 2 yards past the first down line.
He didn't slide, which, to be fair, in the heat of the moment, you might not have been known where you were.
I think he's too much. He's too much of a competitor to realize when he should slide. I think
he needs to retire.
Yeah.
He needs to retire. It's It's not some. Obviously, I'm not sitting here saying I know what's best for a different person. It's his decision. I know he will stick with football because that's what he loves.
But 6.
You don't spend your entire life competing to get into a league and then leave.
Yeah.
But like they said on shows, there's no point in making $100-200 million and not knowing your kids' names.
Yeah.
Like you're going to. This is not okay. This is his 4th concussion.
Just in the NFL.
Just in the NFL.
He had 2 in college.
He had one in Alabama. Like
I think he had 2 in college total.
I think he had one in high school, one in college.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but like he's had like 6 concussions, and I mean I had 2 concussions playing football as a kid, and that was it. Yeah. My parents pulled me at 2 concussions. And they weren't this level. They were like grade 1. Like I was fine.
He's triple what you are right now.
He's triple, and they're like huge. They're like grade 3 concussions. Like this guy's like.
Well, he got ambulance off the field last year.
And like, here's the thing. I know I talked to you about this, but like this is my biggest reason why he needs to retire. Was just a generic football hit.
Yeah.
That happens 100 times. That was not some blindsided 2008 Pittsburgh Steeler Ryan Clark safety slamming you.
Yeah.
That was You dropped your head, you ran into someone's chest, and you just dropped. Your hand was in a fist, you lost consciousness. You can't tell a man what to do with his life, but I truly am scared we're going to see someone die on the field. And it's almost
possible.
poetic irony that it was Hamlin that hit him. Because I think it's just like, this guy almost died on the field last year, or 2 years ago, sorry.
He did die on the field, technically.
He literally, he did like die and come back. Tua, if you do play, please at least wear the cotton like head, like the cushion.
The Guardian cap.
Is it Guardian? I thought it was called like the cotton tip or whatever.
No, it's Guardian
Maybe
cap.
Guardian. That sounds better. Yeah. So please wear the Guardian cap.
Honestly, there's no shame in it. Like,
dude, there's no shame in wanting to live a healthy life. It's the reason the NFL has only 17 games is it's violent. It's legalized violence, man, and I love it. But it's collision on collision, and if you're looking at it and you want to play another 10 years in the NFL and you're averaging a concussion every other season, I mean, this is sad.
I think he's averaged a concussion a season he's played. Because he's been 4 seasons, right? And he's had 4 concussions.
I think 4 or 5, yeah. But we gotta. It might be it.
I know he had 3 in 1 year, but like
I will say I don't think it is it.
No, he has come out, I think, and told the coach, Mike McDaniel, that he plans to come back.
Yeah, so
but
if he
I
does,
hope
or
his
when
family
he does,
gets through with him.
I really hope at the very minimum you take this season off, man.
Yeah.
I don't care about the money. You got guaranteed money. I don't care if a doctor clears you. Do not play this season. Take a season off. If you're okay next season.
Look what happened last time he got a concussion.
The season's over, Miami. If you're a shitty wild card and you're going into KC, you're losing anyway. Don't injure and kill your quarterback for a year that doesn't matter. This season's over. You're done. You're 1-2. It's over.
Yeah.
It's done. They're 1-2, right?
No, they're 0-2.
Oh, because they've only played 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, there's only been 2 games.
No, they're 1-1. They won their first game.
No,
they beat the Jaguars. I'm delusional.
Oh, they did, right. They came back from 17-0 down.
Yeah, but you didn't even look good then, so write that off. Let's go to the next game. What's next for Sleeper?
For me, I'm on Office Pool Pick'ems, whatever.
Okay, you're going to start naming the games. We'll talk.
Dallas and Saints.
Oh, dude.
This...
How do?
Hey, Tim the Tat Man. How about them boys, huh?
Listen,
41 to 19. Like, that's
44 to 19.
Oh, 44 to 19. That's
what
even worse.
What can go wrong will go wrong.
Like, they're...
You made Rashid Shaheed look like Julio Jones. Alvin Kamara
4
got
touchdowns.
4 TDs.
Yeah.
I made a video, okay, on New Orleans being a sleeper pick. This is why.
I had New Orleans as like the 3rd worst team in the fucking league.
Same. This is mind-blowing me.
Yeah, they're 2-0, and they beat 2 good teams.
You are one of the only other teams besides the Tottenham Hotspurs I enjoy making fun of. Your fans are delusional, and this is why.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Your team is going to get worse. This is your team before you pay Dak, CD, and Micah. You're not winning a championship. I don't know how to tell you.
They haven't even paid Micah yet, have they?
No. They haven't even given him a contract. Like the other 2 are next year begins their deal, I believe. Or CD might be 2 years from now he activates his deal. I'm pretty sure it's next year. But
like you're gonna have 300 million.
You're gonna have 120 a year on 3 players.
Each, yeah.
If those players, the whole year will it'll be 120 salary a year on 3 players. Guys, if they're not do you understand? And I get he's almost out of his prime, but Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Chris Jones cost less, substantially less.
Yeah.
Like you're saving $25 million a year. For the best quarterback, let's even say because he's out of form, the 3rd best tight end.
Probably.
And one of the best defensive players in the league right now in Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Top 3 in their position for all of them. Number 1 in the most important position in football.
I mean, I like when Jerry Jones in the beginning of the year was like, I'm not gonna pay CD, but Dak's the only one guaranteed money right now, and then he's gonna come back and pay all 3 of these guys, and they're gonna be a wild card team and probably lose in the first round.
Yeah.
If they even
Yeah.
become a wild card team at this point, like that was a fucking horrible game. I mean, it's a bit delusional me saying they might not be a wild card team. They'll be a wild card team, but
they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, the other thing too is the Eagles look so awful that they could
that
probably
is
still win the
also true,
division,
yeah.
right? Like we'll get to that.
I guess I did say that I did predict the Cowboys would win the division still, so.
I mean, they easily can.
Yeah.
But for Dallas, I don't know what you guys are doing. I know Jerry Jones wants to see a chip before he dies. I know
That's
this
not
is a
gonna
mean
happen.
thing to say, but I really do think Jerry Jones lost to the football karma gods when he fired Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Right? Jimmy Johnson had this team winning a title, and he couldn't accept that the team was called Jimmy's team and not his team.
Yeah.
And if he just Jerry is the best owner in sports history at marketing a team. There's no one like
100%.
him. That's why they're worth the most. But he also is too obsessed with people giving a shit about his football knowledge and about him being the GM. And when you play for the biggest team in the world and you have no state tax, you should be a way better team than you are.
For sure.
Way better team. And I know people are going to say like you're 12-0. I have never once in my lifetime seen the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship. The last time they made it, Brayden and I were not a twinkle in our parents' eyes. We were nothing. It was 28 years ago.
Yep. That's literally
The
3 years before both of those.
The Jacksonville Jaguars with Bortles, Blake Bortles made the top 4. Case Keenum made the top 4. And in 28 years, the Dallas Cowboys have not made the NFC Championship one game.
Yep.
Dak Prescott is being paid $60 million a year to be 2-5 in the playoffs.
I feel like, okay, I'm going to say this now. I know we sound like a broken record every time we talk about the Cowboys because, I mean, it's true. Because they keep doing the same thing. Every week, they do the same thing. They're going to come back. They're going to win next week, probably. Actually, no. I think they're playing...
They play the Ravens. It's going to be a sick game. They play the Ravens.
I don't actually remember who... I think I had Dallas winning, but... spoiler. But it's... They're so wishy-washy right now. It's fun to watch, but it's also just like it's rough for pick'ems.
It's also just like who gives a shit how good you do in the regular season. Like you see all this shit about like, oh, they have 12 wins. They have 12 wins. The Packers had no right to beat them last year, and I'm a Packers fan.
And you guys were up 40 points on them.
Dude, we were the youngest team in 50 years to be in the playoffs. The youngest average age in 50 years, and we slammed them. That game was over by half.
Yeah.
Like, don't get delusional with like we won by 16. It was 35-0 at some point. We picked them off twice. We had a pick 6. We had 3 drives, 3 touches. Like the game was so over. And yeah, we did okay against the 49ers before we lost, but like we were not. Like, we were 11-point underdogs. I made $100 on that game because I bet Green Bay to cover. Just because I was like, fuck the Cowboys. They're not beating us by 11. Or, no, it's just like 7.5 or something. I'm like, they're not beating us by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It was like 8.5. I'm like, they're not beating us by 2 touchdowns. Or 2 scores. And they got slammed. My cash out offer, guys, was 199.20 at half. And you know what? I gave it to them. I said, take your 80 cents. Because I felt pity. Fuck, I lost 80 cents. But I'm kidding. But seriously, guys, we're going to continue so we're not too long. But Dallas, if you lose next week, which is very possible, or this week, if you guys have seen, I guess, we got to have a talk. Yeah. Because the division I thought would be really good are looking bad, and the division I thought was really bad in the South are looking good.
I know. I guess recap our pick'ems for last week, I guess. I had Buffalo winning. I think you had Miami winning. Yep. And then I had Dallas winning. I think we both had Dallas winning. We both
had Dallas winning, and we were wrong.
So Jake's 0-2 at this point. I'm 1-1.
Yeah.
And then the
Tampa, Detroit.
Tampa, Detroit, next one.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, we could do Tampa, Detroit.
Sure.
I had Detroit. I had Detroit. We both got that one wrong.
But I really did think that they could do it, and I was happy that the Bucks did. They're looking really good. Baker is looking incredible.
I do.
Cleveland regret everything they've ever done in their lives.
I like seeing Baker do well.
Dude, Baker's so fun to root for. He just really is so fun to root for. And Chris Godwin is looking insane this year.
I know.
That guy's looking like a top 5 wide receiver right now in the league.
For sure. Next
is pretty crazy if you think about that.
I mean, that helps that half the receivers in the league are injured right now too. Um, next game I got is Vegas and the Ravens. Like
Vegas,
what?
you have
Like what the
Vegas and the
fuck happened?
Ravens.
Oh, yeah, that's the next game I had left.
Sorry,
What?
I gotta do
What the
this.
fuck
Shout
happened
out
this
the guy.
week?
Baltimore Ravens. What happened? That's my guy. If you know him, you know him. That's my absolute W. Baltimore, you're 0-2. You are 0-2 and playing Dallas at home next week, guys.
Yeah,
Your offensive line is shaky.
it's horrible.
Max Crosby owned that ass.
Yep. I.
Baltimore,
It's funny.
I picked you to make the AFC Championship, guys.
So did I. I had the pick'ems. I'm in a pick'ems with my dad. He's a Vegas fan. He even picked the Ravens to win. Like
Guys, it was in Baltimore.
it was. Like that.
Gardner Minshew threw for 276 yards. I'm sorry, I need a moment.
Baltimore
is
is just looking
shout out
bad.
Devontae Adams. I'm happy for Devontae Adams as
Yeah.
a Packers fan. That he finally
Found
gets to show
something.
people he's still good. I will never understand why he went to the Raiders. I know he wanted to play with Derek Carr because that's his boy. Oh my God! Imagine if Devontae Adams was on the Saints right now. He'd be lighting that ass up.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Next game. I don't want to yell at Baltimore.
Giants and Washington.
I mean, we're not skip. Puke.
We had
Holy
one.
fuck.
That was a horrible game. I had Washington winning.
But like, if I finally get a win on the board, but barely. I mean, holy.
Yeah.
Eden Daniels, you got to throw the ball into the end zone sometimes, buddy. Not just run them in. Thanks.
This one I was a bit delulu. I have Colts and Packers as the next game.
You weren't Delulu. Okay, I have to give you credit. Like, Malik Willis sucks.
Yeah.
That was the first time he's ever thrown for 100 yards. Okay. Okay, here's the.
Also
ahead,
in
sorry.
Indianapolis, like Anthony Richardson just did not look great.
It was
like,
weird
at
because
all.
like they almost beat Houston, and to go
I
from
know.
almost beating Houston, who's way better than Green Bay,
Yeah.
to struggling against us was weird. I will say Green Bay kind of trolled at the end. Like it was 16-3. They let a
Yeah.
touchdown in, got 3 and outed, and then ended the drive pretty quick for the Colts
Yeah.
at the end. One thing I will say, coaching wise for the Colts, I don't know why you didn't defensively scheme to understand we were going to run the ball 40 times.
I know. Like
It's Malik Willis, and we have Josh Jacobs in our backfield.
yeah, they're gonna use Josh Jacobs.
Guys, like it was like third down. I saw cover 2 twice. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
And what?
Yeah, they're not. You guys are not trusting Malik at all. Like it's not gonna be.
Throw some single high safeties in there, man.
Yep.
Get the middle cover. Get your fucking 4-3s, 3-4s. Like, as a safety player in high school and shit, man, it makes me angry. It makes me angry. But yeah, for Green Bay, that was a must win if we do want to live in the wild card chances for the NFC.
Yep.
With so many NFC teams looking good right now.
I mean, when I was thinking, I mean, Colts are in the same conference, right?
No.
No. Okay, never mind then.
No, Colts are in the AFC South.
Yep.
It's okay.
That's where my lack of football knowledge comes
It's
in.
okay, guys. I've already edited the delusion into his screen right now. That's okay. You guys can roast him for that.
All right, on to the next game. On that note, I've got Niners and Vikings.
This is another L for Jacob.
It's an L.
Picked the Niners.
L for me too. I picked the Niners as well. I mean, I don't think
Minnesota,
there's anyone in the world that would have picked Minnesota in this game.
Dude, the weirdest part about this game was like San Francisco's offense was fine. They threw for Brock Purdy threw for like 300 yards. They just didn't score.
Yeah.
Also, I think we need to have this should be inarguable. Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the league.
100%.
Like I love Tyreek, and I think Tyreek Hill offers the most uniqueness in his speed and his ability after the catch.
But the only reason why he was number 1 last year was because Jefferson missed like 6 weeks as well.
Yeah, also the delusion of the NFL players to vote Tyreek Hill as the best player in the league when Patrick Mahomes is on the league.
Yeah.
You guys need help. You need help. As if he needed more of a reason to try to win this year than the 3-peat. I mean, shit. Anyway, Justin Jefferson, please come to Green Bay.
Please come to
please.
New England.
He does not.
No one wants to play for New England.
No one wants. Jordan Mason had another good game. I think he ran for almost 100 or exactly 100.
I think so. Yeah.
San Francisco, I don't really know what to say. You lost to Sam Darnold. You're making Colin Coward somewhere is sitting here like drinking a $50 glass of Chardonnay.
You hear that Debo's out too? Debo's injured now?
Debo's out. CMC's out, who just ruined everyone's fantasy.
Yep.
The 49ers should be sued for that. But yeah, San Francisco should bounce back. We're gonna see if Brock Purdy can win without the Avengers. This is why I said that he's not worth what they're gonna eventually pay him.
Yep.
Because any elite quarterback wins last game. And I'm not trying to flame him and say he's not good, but when people say Brock Purdy's top 5 just because of the numbers, there's no quarterback in my top 10 who could not put up as good or better numbers with Brock Purdy
on that lineup
in the Shanahan offense with that weapons.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking Patrick Mahomes. Did you put Justin Herbert or freaking CJ Stroud on San Francisco?
Even T-Law.
Dude, yeah, even Trevor Lawrence would look fucking. Imagine a world where the 49ers have CJ Stroud.
I know.
And he's lighting them up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go to the next game. But
so it was an L for both of us in the Niners. Next game.
I don't think anybody took the Vikings.
No.
Man, I faded. All right. Also, need to have a moment of funniness. The Vikings are first in the NFC East or NFC North. Sorry, my division. They are the old.
Thought of that.
Everyone else is 1-1. They're 2-0. So I just need to leave that there. Shout out to Vikings. Okay.
Jaguars and Browns. I had the Jaguars winning this game.
I had the Browns.
I
believed in the Deshaun Watson.
I did not.
I don't blame you for believing in it.
But also, like, I shouldn't have believed in the Jaguars because they blew a 17-point lead to Miami the week before, and they kind of just did the same thing. Not as big of a point deficit, but like.
But still pretty. Yeah. I mean, also one thing to laugh about. The Jacksonville Stadium is called the Everbank. That's their sponsor.
Yeah.
They nicknamed it the Trevor Bank in sponsorship today, and the guy sucked.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
They need weapons on that team to help them.
And I need to tell you why your season is over. Because when I looked at you and thought you had a chance to make the wild card, which I didn't put them in, but I did think they had a chance, I had you guys going 2-2 in your first 4 games. You won your first 2 games in my world. You beat Miami and you beat Cleveland.
Yep.
You play Buffalo at Buffalo this week.
Good luck with that.
And then you play Cincy, I'm pretty sure.
Cincy will be back in form because it's past the week 2.
You're not winning both. You might win one, you're not winning both. You are at best going 1-3.
Yeah.
You're done. It's over for you. It's done. And Trevor Lawrence, you let me down, the prince that was promised. Next game, I'm not dreading it. Say it. You can say it. It's going to hurt me.
Patriots in Seattle is the next game I got.
Okay, well, thank God. I'll go easy on you if you go easy on me for the Arizona game.
Hey, you're going to love who I picked in the Arizona game.
You picked the Rams?
I did.
Okay, let's talk about them first.
Okay, we'll go there.
I need to give myself the floor. Guys, the Rams aren't going to the Super Bowl, like I said. I'm going to ride with them, but everyone's injured. I'm pretty sure Cobb just announced he's injured. Puka Nakua's out. Stafford doesn't look like himself. Guys, it's over. It's fucking done.
Also, Marvin Harrison is a god.
Also, can we have a moment to realize that Marvin Harrison had like 130 yards and like 2 TDs in the first quarter?
First quarter. Yeah.
And he just did nothing else. I'm not trying to insult him. I'm not trying to.
I mean, they didn't really need to.
No, they didn't need to because they literally were slamming the Rams.
Yeah.
Kyler, that was the best game I've ever watched you play. I watched the entire thing. That was sensational play out of you. What you did in the pocket. What you did out of the pocket. I mean,
this
Brayden's pick of me laughing at him about Arizona is making me look more and more worse.
But then I go ahead and fade them, and I'm
you should hate yourself for that.
I do.
You should, because like you literally picked Arizona to make the wild card over Los Angeles.
Yeah, and I picked Los Angeles.
And then you faded Yeah, you know what? You deserve that.
I did.
You didn't ride with your boys.
I did not.
For the Rams, your season's probably over. If you aren't over, you need to start winning. That's all I'm going to say about that.
They need their receivers back to actually win. So
Matt Stafford needs to be human again too. He's been playing like shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we both had that game wrong.
Seattle, New England. I was right on this. You were wrong on this. I mean, you went with your heart. Nothing.
Hey, that was probably as close as it could have been.
It could. Shout out Geno Smith. Bro is playing good football.
I hate that.
For 300, dude.
I know. I don't like Geno. I don't know why. I don't like Geno.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
Brayden, they're gonna stop. Brayden,
I'm a hater.
Jordan Love and Geno.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just a generational hater.
Oh my god, you hate Geno Smith?
I mean, I also hate Brissett, so it's kind of a Who knows? Honestly, when we were here, I got an article. Gerard Mayo might be putting in Drake May next week as a starter.
I mean, he better, dude. He better.
Because Drake May was put in at the end of this game tonight. Spoilers. Obviously didn't go well tonight. But, you know, fuck me. But back to the Seattle game. I mean, we couldn't stop them. Like, they just kept plowing down the field and getting touchdowns. Like, we would score, and then our defense that was so good against Cincinnati. Like you said, Gino had 300 yards. Like, we couldn't.
It was a weird game. It was like you just let them get to the red zone and then shut them down at the red zone.
And they just get a field goal. But yeah.
They just chip a field goal.
And then also, like, us having the ball first in overtime and not getting points is rough. Like,
yeah, when you guys won the coin toss, I was feeling really good for you guys. And then, yeah, you didn't even get a field goal.
Then it was Jacoby Brissett. So,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, with how Seattle was driving after in the overtime, they would have gotten a touchdown no matter what. Which, yeah. I mean, it might have been a bit different, obviously, if we got a field goal instead of punting, but they were unstoppable on that overtime drive. Like, literally, I didn't see a single play that was bad from them.
Yeah, Gino, they were efficient. They did what they had to do, knowing they only needed a field goal.
So
but that's that.
That was Patriots.
That takes us to the mornings, right? So now it's going to take us to the Pittsburgh.
We got Jets and Titans still.
Oh my God, we still have the Chargers, Carolina. Dude, there's a lot of games.
I know. Well,
Jets, Tennessee. Let's talk about this quickly. Will Levis, you're horrible.
I had the Jets winning.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, you're good. All right.
Yep.
That's that. Let's go to Chargers, Carolina. Bryce Young is being benched. Worst draft pick of all time because you lost CJ, and you traded your future to give the Bears Caleb Williams, who also looks horrible right now, funny enough. But yeah, Carolina, you're not an NFL team.
No.
You are horrible.
And next I got Pittsburgh and Denver. I actually went 3-0 in the afternoon games on Sunday, thankfully. Or in the late games.
Yeah, I took Pittsburgh, Kansas,
I did too.
Houston.
I made up one game on my dad because he picked Denver. But yeah, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have to talk to Jay. I'm gonna have to have words with this guy.
As a Raiders fan, how can you pick Denver?
How can you pick Denver? What? Bo Nix?
He does not.
Bo Nix?
He does not. He hates Justin Fields.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah. I don't like Justin Fields, but you like Bo Nix?
I know. Bo Nix is gonna be the next Bryce Young.
No, Brayden, he threw for 240 yards. That's more than Bryce Young's thrown. Bryce Young is like the worst quarterback I've ever.
That's more than Bryce Young has thrown for in his career.
He has a 0.9 QBR when pressured.
Yeah.
Like, get this guy out of the league.
Chiefs and Cincinnati. I mean,
dude, I don't know what to say about this apart from every single game ever is within 3 points with these two. Cincinnati always plays hard against Kansas ever since they called it the Burrowhead Stadium. If there is ever a +4 line for Cincy,
take it. Yeah.
They might not. They probably won't win the game, but it's going to be a field goal.
Yeah.
Almost every time it's going to be a field goal. Buckner won the field for them for this.
I know a lot of people are hating.
Controversial call.
I still think it's PI. I do think it's PI.
It's a PI. Yeah. It's one of those ones where it sucks because it's not an egregious PI.
But it is PI
and
still.
It's a game-deciding PI, but it is, and you have to call that as a ref.
You can't
because the same way we're pissed now.
You can't touch a defender, or you can't touch a receiver when the ball's not at him yet. Like it's
in the same way you are mad right now that they called that because you lost the game over that.
Yeah.
Is the same way Kansas people would be pissed if they didn't call that and they lost the game over that.
Yeah.
And I get we like hating Kansas City because Taylor Swift's a fan of that team.
Did you hear that? You hear that Kansas City is now the most hated team in the NFL?
Yeah, that's easily them. I mean, but like the other thing too is they
finally passed Dallas.
I mean, I still hate. I mean, we all know I'm a Patrick Mahomes.
I hate Dallas more than Kansas City, but Kansas City is a close second.
Patty Mahomes is the reason I have a career in sports, so I owe him everything. But also Dallas, I hate the fans forever.
Yeah.
But Kansas City, I mean, the one thing I would like to say here, real quickly, this was probably the closest I've ever seen to Mahomes having a bad game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he played awful. He threw 2 picks, and you can't beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Kelce didn't look good. Like Hollywood didn't play this game, and you still couldn't win.
Hollywood might not play the whole year.
He isn't. He's gonna sit out the whole regular season. It literally just doesn't matter though, because you just throw him a couple fucking routes in the playoffs, and he'll do it.
Yeah.
And it's also even more gross because you're not even gonna be able to like plan schematics against them, because you're gonna be like, oh, Rice lights me up. Oh, Xavier Worthy's lighting me up. Oh, we always gotta guard Kelce. Like, the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, Kelsey's gonna actually get 100 yards a game in the playoffs because he will be the least guarded person.
Yeah.
Going on to Houston, Chicago.
I picked Houston, thankfully. Fuck Chicago.
Hey, Bears fans.
Caleb Williams is working out really well for you guys.
Is Caleb Williams the generational talent you guys think he is? I still think he's gonna be good.
I do too.
I don't think he is I will say one thing, and I get people are like, oh, he's heated in the moment. He lost a close game. Bro, if CJ Stroud, who lit the fucking league up last year as a rookie and is like literally either the second or like third or fourth best quarterback in the league, is giving me fucking advice, I'm listening.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't play it off just because he says don't take those hits. Yeah. He's telling you to conserve your body.
Yeah.
CJ's not being an asshole. He literally was telling Bryce Young to hang in there when the guy literally knew he should have been picked above him.
Yeah.
I love CJ.
Yeah.
CJ is my second favorite player in the league.
Yeah.
Behind Patrick McDaddy, of course. I love Kermit. That's my guy. But CJ is so fun to root for. And I can never say enough good things about CJ Stroud. Nico Collins had a great game.
Houston's my second favorite team. I'm glad they're winning.
Houston's doing real nice. Yeah, they're not my second favorite team. My second favorite team is the Chargers, but I do.
I guess that's close between Seattle.
Actually, I lied. CJ
no,
Stroud's my third favorite player. I like Justin Herbert more because he's from Oregon.
Fair.
Going on to Monday.
I had Eagles.
Same. I mean, dude.
I mean, who's to blame for that? Do you think Sirianni? Do you think Hurts or Saquon?
No, it's listen. Okay, this is my rant. Hold on. This is about to be a legendary rant.
On the web for
Dick Wright talked about this. I want to go more in. It was 3rd and 3. You run the ball.
Yep.
I don't care that Saquon dropped the ball. I don't. I know it was a bad catch. I know the game's over if you catch it. You run the ball. You burn 40 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
And then you run it again.
Yep.
And if they stop the run, they have 90 yards or 70 yards to go to tie the game, and they're probably going to aim for a field goal because they only need that to tie.
Well, they only had 38 seconds.
Being up 6 is literally, in my opinion, worse than being up 3.
Yeah.
Because it makes people think they need to go for the touchdown instead of playing for the tie.
Yeah.
Atlanta would have played for the tie if you ran it twice, they stopped you, and there's like 30, 40 seconds left, and they need 3 points.
Yep.
But instead, you do you stopped the clock for them, and then you kicked a field goal to start the clock again. You just run the ball twice, and the game's over. Sirianni, you don't know how to play. You're not a good coach.
I mean, they're 2-9 or 2-7 in their last 9 games.
Atlanta had no right winning that game. I mean, you gave my Atlanta winning the South a chance now. Philadelphia, please.
They're not winning. They're not winning the division at this point.
Bro, I don't want the Cowboys winning the division, Brayden.
It's okay. Dallas is gonna lose to whoever wild card team they play.
Yeah, probably Arizona on this rate.
Probably.
Okay, let's move on to next week.
Okay, so this will literally just be a quick kind of go over. I don't think we're actually gonna probably go into depth too much.
Maybe a couple like key games.
I mean, I'm gonna go into depth with tonight's game. Because you know the game's already over. I picked the Patriots. I'm delusional.
You are delusional.
I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna have an off game again. I mean, it didn't happen, obviously. And also, I put Patriots defense too highly, apparently.
You lost Judon.
We did. I mean, I was hopeful after the Cincinnati win, but now we're 1-2. We are the fourth, might be the third team in the division now with Tua being gone.
Well, I still think I might take Miami over. I might take Miami.
They definitely have more weapons than we do, so it's just yeah. I mean,
it's rough. Aaron Rodgers still can't throw for 300 yards though.
No.
It's actually impossible.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't. I mean, he has good weapons, but not like
Bro, he's
great
got
weapons. I don't know. He's got
Garrett
good.
Wilson's sick.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's using Adam Lazard more though, but like
yeah. Also, Adam Lazard like rushing to give him the game ball today. I almost puked. That made me sick. That made me sick.
All right, so I'm just gonna go down the list. We'll just kind of say who we think's gonna win.
Okay,
What
we'll
I
talk
got.
about the big games when they come.
So Colts in Chicago. I got Colts. It's in Indy.
I have
the Bears.
I have the Colts barely. I think the line is perfect at 1.5.
100%. I think they nailed the lines with all these games.
I think this game is basically a pick'ems.
Yeah.
But like maybe there's a light 1 second, like one goal, like how Kansas won by 1.
Yeah.
There might just be some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I think this game is super close. I think the Bears are a slightly better team, but Indy gets points for being at home.
Yeah.
If Caleb plays how Caleb's playing, they're gonna lose.
It's not gonna be close. Yeah.
I think DeForest Buckner is not playing though, which is like really bad for Colts if he's not playing.
He might not be. I haven't heard anything.
That's not good. But if Caleb plays how he plays, he's dead.
Yep.
If Richardson plays how he played against Green Bay, they're gonna lose.
Yep. It's really
Richardson
just
has
comes
to
down
play against. It just comes down to if they're gonna play. Like that's all this is. Next game.
Browns and Giants. Browns are gonna win.
I mean, the Browns better win.
It's
the Giants
6.5 spread.
Like they shouldn't even. New York shouldn't even count as a football team.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. The Giants are horrible. Daniel Jones, prepare to learn Chinese. Your contract is the worst contract in sports. $160 million for the 38th best quarterback. Is where I would literally take a lot of backups over him.
Take Skylar Thompson over him.
I take Jameis Wilson over him. Jameis Wilson. Oh my God, what's his last name?
Jameis Winston.
Winston, right? Yeah, I take Winston over him.
Yeah, I would take Drake May over him.
Take Drake May over him, sure.
He's had like a couple snaps today, I guess, but that's about it.
Take Carson Wentz over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packers tight. I take Malik Willis over. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Actually, yeah. All shit aside, I think I would, because at least Malik won't turn the ball over.
True. Packers Titans is my next game.
I think this is a closer game than people think, but I will edge the Packers to win.
I think they have
the Tennessee is the favorites.
They have Tennessee at 2.5 because it's in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, Green Bay, dude, we are really rough without Jordan Love.
I have the Packers winning. I do.
Yeah. I think the Packers will pull one out. I will say that Tennessee run defense looks pretty good, which scares me a bit. I just think Will Levis is actually delusionally bad at quarterback, and when your head coach is literally telling you what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Not even fighting it. He's walking down the field telling this guy, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Like, it's bad.
So,
there's high tensions in Tennessee right now.
Yeah, I think Will Levis sucks. I really do. You threw the game to the Bears, so you owe the Packers a win. That's how I look at it. You should have beat the Bears. You didn't. You owe us a win.
Eagles and Saints is the next one.
This is an interesting game to me because the Saints are playing better, but the Eagles on paper are better. Is A.J. Brown still out, though, right?
Yeah, he's out. They actually have the Saints as 2.5 point favorites.
I think that's right. I'd actually probably lean towards Saints 3.
Yeah,
I think the Saints should be a field goal favorite at home.
Yeah, but I'm still taking the Eagles.
I am going to take the New Orleans Saints.
Are you?
Because I think the Philadelphia secondary sucks. True. I really think their defense is bad.
And Derek Carr and Rashid Shaheed have been exposing secondaries.
I think it's just one of these things where it's like Jalen Hurts, like their defense is probably like New Orleans are probably going to get like 1 to 2 turnovers this game for them. Yeah. And short fields, they're electric. They're electric.
Yeah.
Part of me wants Philly to win so the Cowboys don't win their division. So I'm rooting for Philadelphia, but I do think New Orleans will win this game.
Chargers, Pittsburgh.
I have the Los Angeles Chargers, and I have literally no fucking idea how the Pittsburgh Steelers are favorites in this game. It pisses me off.
Because it's in Pittsburgh, that's why.
I don't care.
I got Chargers as well.
I don't care that dude, like, TJ Watt looks like the best defensive player in football. I will say that.
But they don't have a quarterback identity right now.
Like, dude, like, I'm sorry. Like, Justin Herbert has not been playing incredible, and I know that Jim Harbaugh has been running the ball a lot, but, like, I'm sorry, Justin Fields sucks.
Yeah.
Guy's not good.
And so does Wilson.
Yeah, like, so I'm taking the Chargers. I kind of get, like, the 1.5 point favorites because I have a lot of respect for Tomlin as a coach.
Yeah.
He just wins, and, like, never having a losing season is fucking insane.
I know.
That's actually insane. Like, people need to realize how crazy that is. Like, to go 8-8 or 9-8 or 8-1 every year is just like dude, like he's doing this with the worst position, like the hardest position in football. He hasn't had a good player for since Ben.
Yeah.
And like we're talking like 3 years before Ben retired. Ben, not
Yeah.
final years of Ben. Final years of Ben sucked too.
They were really bad.
But yeah, I do shout out Tomlin. You're an incredible coach, but I'm just a Herbert fan, so I'm gonna take Herbert.
I got
next game.
Houston and Minnesota. I got Houston winning this.
I have Houston. Houston, please.
I think if
Houston,
Minnesota goes 3-0 to start the season,
I'm gonna cry.
Maybe their quarterback getting injured at the beginning of the year was a blessing in disguise
because Sam Darnold's emerging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Houston winning this. Actually, I'm kind of. I know it's not at home, but like only being a 2-point
favorites kind of is weird.
I kind of want to slam the Houston line. Kind of want to throw $100. I'm just saying, I'm not throwing $100.
Tampa, Denver, Tampa, 100%. Baker Mayfield's fucking goated right now. And it's in Tampa. And it's in Tampa. So
like, I mean, it's a freaking
Denver's
7.5
bad.
line. So
I got 6.5 for that one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty sick line, actually.
I know. I might take that one. Vegas and Carolina. I mean, if Vegas loses this game, this is probably
win this game.
Yeah.
Win this game, Vegas. I don't know.
I mean, who knows? It could be Andy Dalton blow up game.
No.
Yeah, no. Moving on. Miami and Seattle. I got Seattle winning.
I have Seattle.
I don't think Skylar Thompson is going to do great.
Nope. Not in Seattle. Not against that team.
Seattle,
you don't get to hear yourself think.
Yep. And yeah, especially Skylar Thompson, who hasn't played a game in year and a half. Yeah. Detroit and Arizona.
My heart wants Arizona.
I have Detroit.
I have Detroit winning this. I don't think Detroit are going to start the season 1-2.
I don't think so either. And
they had a bad game against Tampa, but I know it's in Arizona. I have Detroit. I think they're the better team.
They should be, but they also, I don't know. Arizona was
really
good last week.
But like they also had a lot of pressure on Stafford, and you're not getting that type of pressure against this offensive line.
Yeah, true.
Like they're just not.
Niners and Rams. I got the Niners. As bad as many injuries as they have, Rams have more injuries, and they look bad.
I'm taking the Rams.
You're delusional.
My fucking season's over. My pick's literally over if they don't win this game.
You're delusional.
I have to. I know I'm delusional, but I have to. I have to take them. Matt Stafford masterclass.
All right, I know you got the Ravens for this next one. I got Dallas.
Okay, hear me out on this. If the Ravens lose this game, I actually think their season's over.
Oh, 100%. Because they're playing two hard teams coming up, too. They play Cincinnati and someone else in the next couple weeks. And it's like...
There's a chance you go 1-4 or 2-3, maybe, if you lose this. And I don't know, man. That division's hard to win. Pittsburgh's looking good. There's a lot of good AFC teams, right? Like, you have your 4 division winners.
Yep.
I think the Chargers are pretty much a lock, in my opinion, for the playoffs. Maybe that's biased, but how they're looking right now. They're definitely going to be in the 10-win range.
For sure, yeah.
So they're going to be in the range. One of the NFC North teams are going to be in the range.
I mean, Ravens play Buffalo next week.
Yeah, the Jets might be in the range. Probably, if we're being honest, the Jets are probably making the playoffs. And then, I think it's too late for the Colts now. But like and even if you lose this game, like you might not be out of the playoffs, but you're not winning your division.
No, 100%.
Which means you're playing wild card, which means your season's basically over anyway.
I mean, honestly, there's a world so Ravens go Buffalo then Cincinnati so Dallas, Buffalo, Cincinnati. They could start the season 0-5. Yeah.
There's a season they're 0-5.
With
right?
how they
were going to lose to the Chiefs, but you had to have them beating the Raiders, which they didn't. I will say I'm pretty sure they match good into Cincy. I'm pretty sure that matchup's really good for them.
I think that's
I think for Dallas, if you go 1-2, who cares? There's a good likelihood Philadelphia lose this week to New Orleans. At worst, you're 1 game behind your division, playing your division winner twice.
Yeah.
You'll bounce back. So I think for them, as much as they need to win this, it's not a literal must-win the way I think Baltimore was.
Oh, Baltimore 100% a must-win.
And I think for Baltimore, I think as weird as this sounds, if the Saints didn't go into the Dallas and do what the fuck they did to Dallas, I probably would choose Dallas just because, like, okay, you write off the Green Bay game as like a weird one-off. Like,
Yeah.
it was a playoff. They just came out flat. It's right. Like, they made a dumb decision. They gave Green Bay the ball to start. We scored 7. We
Yeah.
picked them. We scored 7. Right. It was just we our first 2 drives were up 14-0. Right.
Yeah.
So like, the weird shit can happen when that happens.
But then for that to happen again,
But then the
with
very
New
next
Orleans.
home game they have, they lose,
Yeah.
and they get shit on again.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's like now you're going to Baltimore. You can't play bad against Baltimore.
Well, it's in Dallas, this one.
It's in Dallas, which is like good for Dallas, but like.
I mean, do the Ravens come in and do the same thing that's happened to Dallas
the last 2
twice?
games? Like, possibly, right? Like, I think it's just like I used to think Dallas at home we're just lock.
Yeah.
You just lock them because they were so good at home. But I'm taking Baltimore. I think it'll be a 3-point game.
Baltimore's 1-point favorite.
Yeah.
The spread is -1
I think
for
that's a
Baltimore.
fair line, to be honest. Because you give 3 points to Dallas, so I'd say like a 4-point favorite.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
So next game, Chiefs in Atlanta. Yeah, Chiefs.
I mean, the Chiefs are winning this game. I don't know why it's a 3-point fucking.
I know.
I mean, it's a 3-point line because it's in Atlanta, but I don't care.
No, the Chiefs are winning this game, 100%.
The Chiefs are winning this game. Kansas is probably going to lose a weird game to like the Chargers or something. That'd just be Kansas's type of thing to do. But they're going to win this game. They're going to be 3-0. They're going to be the AFC title winners.
Then there's 2 games on Monday.
There's 2 games on Monday, which is
why.
weird. I don't know either, but they're fucking they should be.
I mean,
they should be.
The lines are 5 and 7.5. Like,
bro, I think the line is disrespectful to Buffalo.
It is 100%.
I think that line is fucking. I mean, I would do 5-point at away.
Buffalo's looks like the 3rd best team in the league right now.
I mean, you can make a fucking argument they look even better than Houston.
Yeah.
I think you can make an actual argument they look like the 2nd best team.
Yeah.
Just because Houston was close.
Yeah, to losing to Indianapolis.
To both their games.
Yeah.
Both their games, they were close.
Yeah.
But Buffalo looks great. Josh Allen makes me own my words about him every fucking year. I will say he's not winning the Super Bowl as long as Mahomes is against him because he can't beat that guy. Yep. But they look great. Jacksonville looks horrible. Slam Buffalo. At least slam Buffalo. I don't know I assume the odds would be absolutely horrible for money line, but I just take a money line. Cincinnati, Washington. Surely Cincinnati wins. Fucking surely Cincinnati wins. If you lose this game,
they could go 0-5.
It's over. No, they won 1.
Like, yeah. No.
But like it's Cincinnati just don't lose this.
They lost They lost to the Patriots and lost to the Chiefs last week.
Oh my God, you're right. They lost to the Patriots. I forgot about that. I was imagining a world where they didn't lose to the Patriots. Okay, Cincinnati, if you lose this, your season's over. Win the fucking game.
Yep.
There's literally no reason not to win this game. You're an embarrassment if you lose this game.
If they lose this division,
Jaden Daniels is the GOAT.
If Cincinnati loses this game, and Baltimore loses their game, that's
Pittsburgh beats the Chargers. Dude, the Pittsburgh should have a 3-game lead on those 2 games. I mean, we assume the Browns will win this week too, though, because they're playing New York.
Yeah.
So it would be a 1-game lead, but the 2 teams you would not pick to win that division
have no wins.
would have So we're a little worried. But yeah, that's gonna be the picks, guys.
Yep.
Thank you so much for sticking through and hearing our rants.
It's a bit of I mean that we didn't have a topic in our video, or this still hit an hour and 22 minutes. So
that's true, guys. Hopefully, we're hoping it will work, but we are planning to stream FIFA, which will be tomorrow for you guys, Monday. I'm gonna drop both of our Twitches into the description if you guys want to give it a follow. That'd be huge. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Always down to talk sports.
Yeah.
Brayden's more of a variety streamer, so you can see a lot of different things from him.
Yeah, I've been kind of really into Dead by Daylight again recently, so I was thinking about streaming that. But I also work afternoons the next 3 nights, so I'm not going to be streaming until Monday pretty much, or I guess for you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to try to be starting my stream. I'm going to try Saturday night. Yeah. It was going to be like the trial run, so if you guys came from Twitch, if you showed up,
who knows? I might stream late on Saturday or Sunday because I'm off at 11. I'll just stream at like midnight or something. But
we'll try something. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to a few games. So I'm gonna be playing FIFA. Dead by Daylight's been fun as killer. And then I'll play Tarkov PvE. If I get a lot, or Hearthstone or something, just like a few games that I'm.
Hearthstone's a pretty good game to stream. I'll say that.
Yeah. Hearthstone's pretty chill, and I'm pretty good at it. I always get to about I get to like rank 3 or 4, and I can't crack it after that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please keep commenting. I will keep keeping it up every Saturday. We'll drop the video.
I know we're kind of at the point where Prem and football are both going on at the same time right now, but we might come up with a idea next week. We'll see, or it might just be the same thing as this week.
Yeah, it might just be recaps. There's a lot to
it
cover.
might just be recaps until fucking
international
break again.
Yeah.
And we didn't even touch on Champions League this week.
No, we'll keep Champions League probably until knockouts.
Europa League's next week after this. So when this airs on Sunday, Wednesday is United's game against FC20. I have no idea who they are.
What?
Yeah.
FC20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EA Sports FC20.
Europa is a joke.
Yeah.
Europa is a jokey.
I mean, Bayern winning 9-2 is pretty insane, but it is what it is. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, whenever this comes out, or Monday.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
And
see you guys
peace.
next week. Peace.
Later. Peace.